Oh, please, please, please let this fucking work. I am stressed out of my fucking mind. I mean, it's only my fucking fault because I decided, meh, I'm just gonna reset my computer. How bad can that possibly be? Girl! Is my audio okay, by the way? Also, I realized something. Last time, I feel like the music is really loud. Is that a bit better? I don't fucking know. I want to cry. Like, I'm just... Never listened to They Won't Be That Bad when restarting, and that is double talking. Yeah, it's not restarting, it's resetting. Like, the story is literally that. Yeah, I figured it was good. I figured it was loud, it's good now. The story is that I was like, you know what? I want to play Minecraft. I haven't played Minecraft on PC in years. My mom bought it for me like years ago, but I don't know how to fucking get that again. So I've anyways, Minecraft is so underrated. Underrated? Literally everyone plays Minecraft. Everyone and their dog plays Minecraft. My god. Also, I want you to tell me that if I now change scene to the talking one, does my audio get choppy? Because it did last time. And I was just like, oh my god, fuck. But luckily it was only for this scene in particular. Though I have changed some things since then. But yeah, oh my god, I am so tired. Like, you have no idea. And like, actually resetting wasn't... Okay, cool, because it was really obvious last time. I'm so tired. Resetting wasn't actually that bad. It was just like getting everything back again. And things just not working. But yes, back to the Minecraft thing. I downloaded it and everything went fine, and then I was gonna install it and it wasn't like, meh, can't do that, here you have a fucking error code or whatever, and I'm just like, okay, I'll paste that in, and it's just like, oh, you have to go into like some settings and you have to just like change the Windows update to active or whatever. Then I tried that and it's just like, nah, you don't have permission to do so, and I'm just like, bitch, I'm the fucking admin, what do you want from me? So I just fucking reset the entire computer just because I wanted to play Minecraft. Yeah. Oh, shit. I just realized that my fucking thing is kind of fucked right now. Hold on. Wait, let me just move this over here. There we go. Now it should fix itself. Oh, actually, wait, there's another thing that I don't really like. Fuck, wrong button. I do not like the quotation marks for some reason. There, now. Did you get Minecraft working? I didn't have the time to check. Because, like, around an hour ago, I also got hit with, like, a sudden, like, stomach ache. So that was a lot of fun. So I, like, just got back to my computer, like, 30 minutes ago, and I had to just, like, download everything and get everything working, at least everything that I need for the stream. Like, I downloaded Steam, I had to download the Great Ace Attorney. Like, it was just... Well, not that... Well, yeah, I had to download the Great Ace Attorney. But I had to reinstall Steam, sorry. I didn't actually have to re-download anything. Well, I had to re-download iTunes. Story paints are just, no, I hate them. Yeah, it's just like, the ones that are cute too, like you're fucking being dehydrated, they're awful. No, hate them, hate them, hate them, hate them, hate them. I also wanted to originally play today with controller, but since I only have like a PS3 DualShock or whatever, yeah. I need to get like some other shit to like get it to work properly, because apparently like I'm not sure. There are like some buttons that are like don't work properly. So I have to like download something and register it as a fucking Xbox controller, I think. Something like that. So I fucking forgot. My god. I'm all over the fucking place. Does Steam not have controllers? It does have controller support, but like it's not proper for the DualShock 3 anyways. I don't care about events, Discord. Leave me alone. Ah. Finally live. I can't type 50 exclamation marks because fuck. I got an Xbox controller just because all games ask for it and I could not be bothered anymore. You can use like pretty much any controller as long as you just like get like the right drivers for it. And I use like my my DualShock. I use that to play sister games and stuff. I mean the 3DS non-emulator games. Yes. God, getting distracted. Help me. I'm just... Where the hell did that go? Hold on. Oh, it's over here, so. Gotta love distractions, oh hell yeah. All day, every day. Fat kitty cat. So squishy. Yes. It's really strange to see my background and not see myself, and I'm just like not feeling like being on camera today. Ha! Now here's a question. If I press 2, that's the right one, right? Ah. Cool. It hasn't fucking set up my fucking hotkeys properly. Ah, this is something. Yes, that's right. Yes, who cares about that? Ending, that's fine. Space cam, information, scene 2, that's simple. Starting, screen, desktop, step 3. Ah! Okay. Never mind then. I just don't know what I'm doing apparently. Okay. That's right, I haven't fucking connected anything yet. Ah! No, wait, what? I pressed this. Wait, it works! What? Okay, cool. I wish I'm more of the Sherlock game. You can play dress up. Listen, I fucking bought it. Ah. Game audio I feel is a bit loud, so let me turn that down. Is that that good? Is that a bit loud? Low, I mean? Also, I have like completely moved on from Streamlabs now. I didn't even need to I didn't even need to uninstall it myself because the fucking my computer reset did that for me. Okay, cool. Anyways, continue. You better fucking be there. Yes. Thank God. Yeah, we're on the second investigation part. That's gonna be fun. Let me know if I need to turn up the audio a bit. Oh my god, I want to. You can buy new clothes and change your entire appearance. Listen, I love that in games. I love that that's there. That's great.
See? That's why I hate grown-ups.
You ate? Sorry.
All they do is feed you a pack of lies and take stuff away from you.
Oh, really, Miss Lestrade? Tell me, is that overcoat keeping you warm? What?
Oh my, surely you were given that. Yeah, the deal let me keep it, after I looked daggers at him for long enough.
Man, she is a cannibal? Damn, I mean, if it works for you, Gina.
He went through the pockets and said, "Go on then, have it," before telling me to scupper. Always pays off giving people a look like you ate them.
Please, please tell me that they fucking did this on purpose. There is no way they didn't. Also, let me just fucking message some friends of mine too. How do you look at someone as if you just ate them? I don't know. Just cannibal things. I can't have a feeling that it's going to get you into serious trouble one day.
What I really wanted was that nice shiny disc mine.
The music box disc. But Mr. Windybank said it was practically worthless.
I think I'm gonna go have another bash. Give him a long hard stare.
Like, do you pat your mouth with a napkin? Yes, that's exactly how. I think not, Mr. Strahd. We shan't enter Windybanks again today.
Why not? That's not fair.
It can't be helped, I'm afraid. The police are investigating the scene now and taking a statement from Mr. Windybank.
But that disc's mine. I had the ticket for this coat and it was in his coat's pocket. And there should be something else, no? That's what that rotten cove said, ain't it?
Yes, he did mention something about another article, didn't he?
Well then, that's mine too. Whatever that is.
Now she's really pushing her luck. Miss Lestrade, I think it's time to admit defeat. You've had your haul for the day.
Yeah, and it's all your fault, Sholmes.
So, what are your plans now? Will you dine with us this evening?
Eh?
Iris would be delighted to cook, I'm sure. And it might entertain you with a modest violin recital.
No, Ta.
Oh.
Why would I come round your place, eh? Have you lost your head or something?
Oh dear, she's gone. Having reviled on me quite unnecessarily, I might add. I can't help wondering if perhaps she might turn up anyway. Interesting. She will be there. Who are you and why are you Rinosuke Naruhodo? When she's had a chance to calm down, I think there's a good chance she'll decide to come. Very well then. I'll inform Iris to set a place for our potential guest at the dinner table this evening. And one more thing. I should be glad of your
I should be glad if you're company later too. Sorry? I believe I will have a rather splendid surprise to show you. Oh, how exciting! What is it? It's a surprise, dumbass! You shall have to wait and see, Mr. Sato. Until later, then.
Okay, I don't think there's anything more to like look at here. Okay, nothing here. And nothing over here. Cool, sweet. Just needed to make sure. You can never be too certain. We cannot go back to Winterbanks. So let's just go back to Shomsa's suite. Shomsa's crib, let's go.
Oh, Susie and Runo! Come in, come in!
Good afternoon, Iris.
Thank you so much for breakfast this morning. Oh, don't mention it. Goodness, look at the time already.
Busy as always?
I am preparing everything for dinner this evening.
Already? You're obviously cooking something special, are you?
Oh yes! After all, we have a special guest joining us.
Sorry. After the Columns League bullshittery with all their secret weapons, I'm half expecting her like to be able to mega evolve or something. Mega Shinka! Surpass evolution. Oh my god. Oh fuck.
Guess who it is? Go on. You'll never guess.
Could it be Gina? Surprise seduction. Could it be Gina Lestrade by any chance? Look at those little eyes of her shining. Oh dear. It is awkward when you already know the answer, isn't it? Just lie to her, it's fine.
It's Jenny! Isn't that exciting?
Oh, what a surprise! Yes, that's wonderful news! Wow, Iris seems overjoyed at the idea.
I can't wait to learn some pickpocketing tips from a real professional.
Oh yes, that does sound like fun. Naruhodo, you're a lawyer! Or I guess a lawyer trainee, but still. I'm not sure that's entirely appropriate. Are you, Mr. Naruhodo? By the way, Iris, what's Mr. Shroms up to? He is transforming into the lock-picking lawyer. This is some new lore. Honestly, like I can relate to her luck just sitting there like that because it's very much like me when I was younger and trying to like do my schoolwork, especially my homework. Just sitting there just like I don't know where to start.
Hurley? Oh, he's been like that ever since he got back.
Hello, Mr. Sholmes? I beg that you won't speak to me. Sorry? I don't know who you are, but kindly take your leave. As you can see, I'm not here. Her look is like, do not perceive me. I do not want to be perceived. I do not exist. I don't know how to respond to that. You don't. You just ignore him. That's what he wants.
Do apologize. When he gets like this, he's completely oblivious to everything.
Yes, I see.
Really, he behaves just like a child sometimes, Hurley does.
Mr. Sholmes and Iris have something of a parent and child relationship, don't they? Herlick just has one of those days, you know. Exactly. Yes, except that Iris is clearly the parent here. Come to think of it, I wonder where her real parents are.
What's the matter, Runo? You have ever such a funny look on your face.
Oh, no, it's nothing.
I know what it is. Why does this girl live here with Mrs. Sholmes, you're wondering, am I right?
How did you...
Oh, Runo, I can read you like a book.
This girl is dangerous.
Don't worry, you can ask me anything. I won't mind.
That's the wrong button. I meant to converse. Ginny. So, by Ginny, you mean Miss Lestrade, the young woman from the McGilded case 2 months ago, right?
Yes, who also stole my experimental smoke grenade launcher. Although, after that trial, I invited her back here and we had dinner together. And now we're the best of friends.
That's cute. I love that for them.
Oh, what a lovely tale. Yes. Now if I bump into her on the street, she runs away as fast as she can.
Just best friend things, you know.
Oh. And I chase after her down the back alleys.
Iris, I don't think that's normal. Interesting idea of friendship.
And then I let her have the latest color of a smoke grenade I've developed. Oh, there are so many beautiful colors in the world. Ginny wants me to make the whole rainbow.
I suppose this means you've let Miss Lestrade keep the smoke grenade launcher, have you?
Yes, that's right. I got bored of it anyway. Hurley always reacts the same way when I shoot him with it now.
Poor Hurley.
Ooh, I can't wait for Ginny to arrive. It's been too long since she last came over. I'm so excited.
I just hope she does actually come. The audio is okay, by the way. Like I said, I freaking reset everything. It's a mess.
I'm sure you've been wondering why it is that I live here with Hurley, haven't you?
The audio's good? I'm trusting you on this. Usually, it's just like... it's like... my mic is like a bit too low. But if you say it's good, I'm trusting you on this. Well, it has crossed my mind. That and where are your real parents?
My mommy and daddy aren't with me anymore. Mommy passed away when I was born. And at around the same time, my father... well, he had to go to a faraway land because of one of the cases he and Hurley were working on.
Oh. Wait a minute. Did you say he and Hurley?
Yes. Daddy and Hurley were always solving mysterious cases together.
She didn't mention that before.
He wrote them all up in his diaries. That's what's in the metal chest over there.
Really? He recorded them all?
So you mean it's true? Mr. Sholmes really did have a partner with whom he tackled some of his most taxing cases. Oh yes! I mean, it's always nice to have one, isn't it?
So Mr. Sholmes' partner was your father?
Exactly. Hurley told me I wasn't allowed to look in the chest, but that really made me want to look even more. So I opened it up and found your father's memoirs. Yes, so I asked Hurley, who wrote these? He nearly fell off his chair. And then he told me that's when I found out that the author of all those accounts was my father.
So Iris's father was Mr. Sholmes' partner. Wait, is the professor that got killed her actual dad? See, like, that's what I thought from the beginning. But it seems that she didn't know him? So this is just getting strange. I have no idea if it's actually John Wilson or not.
I've practically lived with Hurley all my life. I was tiny when he took me in. So, it came as quite a shock when Hurley told me he wasn't really my daddy. I mean,
He must have done.
I wonder why Mr. Sholmes chose to tell you, and at such a young age. Hurley says it's because he wouldn't have been able to hide it from me.
Huh?
Well, having lived with Hurley all these years, you might say that his ways have rubbed off on me. There are some things I can just see. Especially lies. I always know when people are lying before they open their mouths sometimes.
Right. Also, I just noticed that Iris has really cute charms on her bag. She has a... Oh, the back. She has a bag? Where's her bag? Oh, there! Oh, yeah, you're right!
Anyway, I was so fascinated when I read Daddy's diaries.
You can see when she looks to the side. I wasn't looking there, but I see them now, like, slightly.
That's what inspired me to write The Adventures of Sherlock Sholmes, actually. I'd always assumed Mr. Sholmes simply told you all those thrilling stories. Oh no! Hurley's hopeless like that. He forgets everything. As soon as he's solved the case, it all but vanishes from his mind.
God, same.
Oh, I see. The other day, it was so embarrassing. As usual, he totally forgot about the case he just solved.
Oh, yeah, there, you're right.
So the very next day, he'd gathered together all the people involved and proceeded to solve the case again. It was quite a shock for everyone.
You can say that again.
You share your father's surname, don't you, Iris? That's right, Wilson. Daddy is Dr. John H. Wilson.
So it is him. So he hyperfixates on a case and then completely forgets about it? Yes. And I can relate.
I learned from his diaries that he's a doctor of medicine, you see. That's what prompted me to study and study so that I could earn a doctorate as well.
Iris's father, who went to some distant land, and is a doctor by the name of John H. Wilson. Well, Iris, we have some bad news for you. Exactly. The court will now hear the trial of Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Kindly state before the court the name of the victim in this case. The victim's name was Dr. John H. Wilson. That's right. Visiting professor of medicine at Imperial Yume University. And the man who, in the most bizarre of circumstances, lost his life just before we left Japan. Mr. Sato. Yes. Perhaps we shouldn't pursue this conversation any further at this time. I think that would be for the best. Iris, I was accused of killing your dad. That is how I became a lawyer. Really, though.
Ah, my dear fellows. How good to see you.
Mr. Sholmes!
Why ever did you not make your presence known to me before? Well, no matter now. So, how the devil are you?
We've been with you for most of the day.
Goodness. Really?
Do tell me, Mr. Sholmes. Is your violin unscathed?
My violin? Whatever are you talking about, dear madam?
Does he have some kind of amnesia where he can't make new memories? Or...
Never mind that now. I have something far more interesting to show you. Behold, my dear fellows.
Oh, another music box disc.
No, not another disc, Mr. Sato. Mr. Sato. This is the one Gregson demanded we hand over as evidence. Mr. McGilded's disc.
Wait, so he remembered. You know what? Selective memory. Okay, sure, fine, whatever. Oh my. And what's it doing here?
You know, at times, Mr. Naruhodo, I think that though I have an undeniable turn for detection, I may well be even more adept in larceny.
Okay, sure. Her reluctance is just extreme. Yeah, no shit.
Oh, that would be wonderfully exciting. I'd be your pickpocketing assistant. And Bruno could be our go-to lawyer if we ever got caught.
Right.
Plus, Susie has such beautiful handwriting. She could write all our menacing crime notifications.
Not exactly something to brag about. Yes, I'd be delighted. Ma'am! I'm just going to pretend this conversation never happened, I think. Me too. The music box disc, tell me about it. I don't understand. How did that disc come to be in your possession? I thought Inspector Gregson took it back to Scotland Yard.
Quite correct. And that sort of uncompromising attitude is precisely why I always carry some of this. That's a bar of caramel, Mr. Sholmes.
Your one and only friend in times of loneliness, if I'm not mistaken.
If you will humor me, my dear fellows, cast your minds back to when the good detective confiscated the disc.
Just imagine if halfway through an attorney series you just turned to crime. Imagine if you had the choice. That would be sick. Like an Ace Attorney game where you can actually choose to be bad. I would love that. And like for every like big decision, instead of just like failing or whatever, you actually have like two choices. And whether you choose like one or the other, like leads you down like a more like illegitimate path, you know? I think that would be kind of cool. I'm taking that wherever it is of McGilded's down to the yard. Thank you very much. So hand it over. Oh, yes, of course.
If the police demand something as evidence, my dear fellow, we have no choice but to capitulate.
And you can forge evidence and lie to get your buddies out of trouble. Yes, exactly. I would love that. I would love to like play fucking Ace Attorney, the corrupt edition. I would love that.
It's all yours, Inspector.
Let me guess. He used the caramel as like what's it called? It's like a mold for it. But that also means that he fucking put that disc into like his fucking chewed up caramel and then just took it out and gave it to Gregson. Evil Ace Attorney be like acceptance instead of objection. Acceptance! No. Damn, it would be really hard to like incorporate though, I think. But yeah, I think that would be really interesting. Meanwhile, Von Karma is just over there like, holy shit, this dude is forging more evidence than I do. What the hell?
For the briefest of moments, I had the disc in my hand, did I not?
Yes, you did, but I still don't understand. I honestly thought Funcom was dead for a moment. Oh, no, I'm pretty sure it's dead, but I mean, like, just, like, recreate at least, like, the first game, but just, like, make it into something that you could actually choose. You know? Choose to, like, go down, like, a more, like, corrupt path, if you will. I would love that.
It was at precisely that moment that I summoned my one and only friend into action. I pressed the disc into a pair of bars, like this.
Okay, thank God, he just pushed it into the caramel. Okay, thank God. That's amazing. The disc and all the minuscule protrusions have made an image in the caramel. Yeah, but there is also, like, a split in the caramel, so, like, you would have to make sure, like, to not get any of the bumps in there.
Indeed, this caramel is quite exceptional. I developed it myself, you know. Suitably soft for making impressions, but resistant to melting. The result of a precisely controlled solution. How extraordinary! Carrying a pair of these on one's person frequently proves very useful indeed. Take a house key, for example. A simple press in its unique form is duplicated. I can enter anyone's property at will, and never without high sucrose nourishment.
Yes, it sounds illegal.
From the image, I was able to create this. I confess I was most curious to know what manner of music would issue from the disc when played.
Okay, what song do we think it is? Hold on. Do we think it's the traditional Earth ballad? Like the Fifth Symphony? No. It's obviously the traditional Earth ballad, "Toxic" by Britney Spears, as featured in the second episode of Doctor Who. Like the one from like 2009. Or was it 2005? God, I can't keep up with this. Hold on. Wait. Whatever. The one with the ninth Doctor, anyways. Okay, the music on the disc.
Now tell us then, Mr. Shams. What music does the disc play?
Well, unfortunately, I have no idea. No idea? There's so much Doctor Who I don't know anymore. I started watching like the very first season at some point because it was on Netflix. But oh my god, how fucking slow paced. Like nothing happens.
None whatsoever.
Like the black and white one, yeah, with like the first Doctor. What's his fucking name again? I want to say it's William something, but who knows how fucking right I am. Hold on. I'm actually curious about this. First Doctor. William Hartnell! Haha, yes! Oh my god, yes, I'm so good. How did I know that? How did I remember that? I don't know. Yeah, I gave that one a shot, but nah, it's so boring, right? Like there was just like nothing happening. And it's so slow paced. TV has really changed since then because like That was probably like top notch back in the day.
Are you familiar with the workings of a music box, my dear fellows?
No, I am afraid not.
Goodness, you don't know, Runo? Inside a music box, there's a special metal piece called a comb. That's what produces the sound.
Then again, the original Star Trek is back in, and that is old school. Interesting.
Small protuberances pluck the different teeth of the comb as they rotate past it, making the different notes. The first music box is to be invented used a rotating cylinder with protuberances on it.
Oh my god. But over time, a new type of player was produced, which uses discs such as these. With that development, the popularity of music boxes spread far and wide, all around the globe.
Why exactly?
Because the discs are easy to produce and can be interchanged to facilitate the playing of different tunes. There are a great many firms in Europe now manufacturing music boxes as a result.
It is wonderful to be able to enjoy music, even when no performer is present.
The first season of Star Trek was only 3 years after the first season start of Doctor Who. Cool. I don't remember how long William was a doctor for. And I don't remember if I checked out like any of the later seasons. Maybe, maybe not. Kind of hard to tell. But it is the very success of the invention that means we are now presented with an unsurmountable problem. What do you mean? As you may imagine, the construction of one firm's music box does not match that of another. And we have no way of knowing in which music box this particular disc was assigned to be played. William was doctor for 3 years. Interesting. There is no resolution to this problem, I'm afraid. It's quite untraceable. Ah, I see. So that's why... Naturally, I tested a disc in those few music boxes I have at my disposal. But as you can hear, to no avail. I don't know, man. I just have the feeling that it's gonna fit like perfectly in the one that's at the pawnbrokery, but what do I know? The results were equally unsatisfactory in this one. So, I am presently engaged in acquiring an example of all the music boxes ever made in Europe.
Every single one? That's early for you. Always taking things too far.
But, my dear girl, an unsolved riddle is quite repugnant to my constitution. But surely all the different types in Europe will amount to a huge volume of music boxes, won't it? Yes, that is certainly true. In the worst case, I shall just have to ask you to vacate the attic room. What? Yes, just leave it at that.
Mine is McGilded. Not a name I expected to hear again so soon.
Yes, it's only been 2 months since that grisly case. Mr. McGilded perished within hours of the trial's conclusion. Was it the curse of the Reaper? No one knows, still now. The omnibus was reduced to a pile of ash. Not a shred of evidence remained. And with the man's death, the truth about the murder in which he was so intimately involved was buried. William was a doctor for 3.5 seasons. How many episodes was that back in 19... see how fucking much I know. 63? Was that when he started? For some reason, 63 like comes up in my head, but I don't know if that's actually it. But that might actually be it. I don't fucking know. And him wanting to leave the series was what caused him to come up with the regeneration thing for the Doctor. Interesting. I like how we're just talking about Doctor Who now. Like fucking classic Who even. Even though we successfully established Mr. McGilda's innocence in the trial, the newspapers are still claiming that it remains an unsolved case. The murder of the brickmaker, Mr. Thrice-Fired Mason. In the end, the truth of the matter remains a mystery. We still have no idea what really happened that night. Gee, if only we had some kind of spirit medium or something, or we had a divination seance. And although Mr. McGilda was found not guilty through my defense, I still don't know if that was the right judgment or not. It would appear the case is not yet closed.
Well, it's time I started getting things ready for dinner, I think. Ginny will be here before long.
Thank you, Iris.
Oh, well, you must let me help you then. Of course, Sissy. There's plenty to do.
I think I shall investigate the condition of my faithful performing partner. Now then, where did I leave it? Let this be a lesson to you, Mr. Sholmes. Never leave anything too precious with a pawnbroker. Yes, you may be right.
Oh, that reminds me of something Mr. Windibank said before. He said that he had a manuscript of Iris's in pawn, didn't he?
Did he? Yes, he definitely mentioned it. Mr. Sholmes' latest tale of otherworldly mystery lies dormant in my storeroom, were his words, I believe. "134 episodes. So that's like more or less 44 episodes per season. That adds up. I remember there were like a lot of episodes in the first season. I was like, oh my god, what the hell?
So you heard about that, did you? I expect you were... I expect you were as incensed as I was.
Oh, yes. The idea of such a wonderful story languishing in Mr. Windibank's storeroom gathering dust. My dear madam, I'm quite sure I told you already. The pawnbroker's storeroom is the safest place for it. More secure than the bank's vault.
And what about your Stradivarius, Hurley? Was that safe and secure?
Well, there may be the occasional mix-up. Yeah, the early seasons have 40 plus episodes per season. Yeah, I remember that. I think like the first one has like 42 or something. But I don't know if I'm just like confusing that with like the length of the episodes, at least in like the one with Eccleston onwards, where they're like 42 to 45 minutes long each episode. Caused by a certain impetuous someone not too far from me now.
Do you have any idea how long it took me to write that Baskerville story, Hurley?
No, the first season has 42 episodes. It does! My god. Why do I remember so much? This is terrifying. When did the show start? I think it wasn't like... Oh god, no, I can't. I can't give the date. Susato? How do you know the title? Did they not just say the title? I believe they also said like the name like several times, so it's fine.
Oh, it sounds so exciting! The Hound of the Baskervilles. I should love to read it.
Maybe she wasn't supposed to know that. Never mind. Oh my god, I was thinking November, but then I was like, no. Because I remember where I was, like, when it was, like, the fucking... They only said Baskervilles. Oh, okay. I remember it was in November. Well, I thought I remembered it was in November, and I did. Because the first thing that came to my mind was, like, November. But yeah, 63. My god, I remember that correctly. Hold on. Yeah, because I remember where I was for like the 50th anniversary or whatever. I remember that. But I was like, no, that can't have been in November. That couldn't have been in like mid to late November. No way. But like anywhere like earlier in the year just didn't work. So in my mind I was just like, no, it's definitely November. It has to be November. Anyways. What's going on here? Why does it feel like an icy chill just swept through the room?
Susie, what did you just say? You said the Hound of the Baskervilles. But how could you know the full title? Well, that's
because Miss Susato is such a great fan of all the stories about Mr. Sholmes, of course. I was just like, bitch, you serious right now?
But Bruno, the Hound of the Baskervilles has never been published.
What?
When I showed Hurley the manuscript, he told me that I wasn't allowed to publish it yet.
I don't understand.
That's why he said that he'd keep it safe. Until it was the right time for the story to be made public, you see.
So that's why the manuscript is at Windybanks.
And yet, how could Susie here know its title? Well, Hurley, what's going on?
I gave up on the classic Who and watched the new era only so Ninth Doctor onwards, but I gave up at the end of the 11th Doctor. My god, who are you and why are you me? No, actually, I made it a bit through Capaldi too. But I soon fell off. It was just so different, you know? And like the episodes in themselves, not only the doctors, like the new doctor or whatever, but like the episodes in themselves, they feel like so different. You know, like ever since Matt Smith, yes, Matt Smith really, like the entire show just like it looked different, you know? Like the coloring and stuff was different. It was a bit more vibrant. I don't really count watching the 12th Doctor since it was so few. It just wasn't the same anymore. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure it's still great, but like if you're like used to like the not the older stuff, but like if you're used to like the older stuff from 9 and onwards, then it's just like the difference. It's a lot. Like even just Matt Smith, really, because he was a way more whimsical doctor than David Tennant was. I watched a few episodes of the 12th Doctor. I think I like made it to like the season finale maybe of like the first season with the 12th Doctor, but I'm not too sure. Don't quote me on that. Ah. What is it, Mr. Sholmes? It would appear our guest has arrived. Mr. Strahd!
This was a bad idea. I knew I weren't welcome. I'm going.
No, wait! Mr. Strahd! And now people are furious because the doctor is a woman? Apparently she's pretty good though. But I don't know, I haven't watched it myself. We've all been eagerly awaiting your arrival. Haven't we, Iris? Iris, you were so excited. Okay, thank you.
Oh yes, just wait here, Jenny. We'll have everything ready in a jiffy. Come along, Susie. Right, of course. It's a pleasure to see you here, Mrs. Strahd. Please make yourself at home. Don't stand in the doorway, my dear girl. Come along in. What say you to some Meldison? I won't take no for an answer.
Meddlesome it is then. Cat! WAGAHAI! Yes! MVP right here. That evening, Iris prepared us all a meal that was even more delicious than usual. Mr. Sholmes' violin performance was in no way meddlesome. And Gina, as we came to call her, taught us all how to steal things from one another without being noticed. I haven't either, although I only heard good things of her, not counting the everything has to be womanified outragers. Yeah, exactly. But like for me, it doesn't feel right to just like watch the episode she's in and skip the rest. Like either I'm watching like all the episodes or I'm not doing it at all. Like there is no in between for me. Everyone thoroughly enjoyed themselves well into the night. Do it the same. That was a very enjoyable evening, wasn't it?
Oh yes, Iris's cooking was truly divine.
And I feel as though I can still hear the enchanting strains of Mr. Sholmes' violin even now.
Best of all, I bet I could steal the glasses from his lordship's face next time we're in court.
Susato.
Naruhodo-san, could I consult with you about something, I wonder?
What's the matter, Susato-san?
It's about the telegram I received.
I was about to say, is it about the telegram? Ah, the one that arrived first thing in this morning, I suppose.
I've been summoned.
What? Summoned? What do you mean?
The telegram was from the Lord Chief Justice's office. Lord Strongheart has asked to see me.
The Lord Chief Justice? When?
Tomorrow morning.
What? Then we have to start preparing at once.
Oh no, that won't be necessary, Naruhodo-san. I've been summoned alone.
Alone? What on earth for?
I have no idea. I suppose I shall find out tomorrow.
What's all this about? Whatever it is, it's making me feel very uneasy. No. Who could that be, I wonder?
Good evening, friends.
And I will steal the glasses off that pigeon-loving ass hat. Ah, Iris. Hello again.
And Gina too. Yes, Jeannie is going to stay with us tonight. She's going to sleep in with me. Isn't that right, Ginny?
Well, yeah.
How lovely. Let's make a pot of tea. You know, I learned so much today. Oh, what in particular? All those things Ginny showed us. Wasn't it wonderful?
Ah, you mean all those pickpocketing techniques. We had fun trying them out on each other, didn't we?
I think I'm awake to natural talent. I could earn a living from it.
You might be getting ahead of yourself a little there. So, what brings you up to our humble quarters at this late hour?
Well, you see, I came to return this.
Wait, what? That's mine!
Oh my, however did you... I told you, didn't I? I have a natural talent for it.
Oh, yes, I've forgotten. It was literally 2 seconds ago, but I forgot. Iris literally is a child genius.
So anyway, here, you can have it back. Not that I really understand why you wear it though.
Ah, thank you. How do you not notice that you took that off your arm? I mean, good question.
Alright then, good night.
Yes, good night.
So this is your office, is it? What do you think, Ginny?
I think I wouldn't fancy me chances with a lawyer what lives in a place like this.
Yes, me too!
It seems as though Iris here still has something she'd like to talk about.
I suppose. She probably wants to talk about the manuscript.
Yes, I suppose she probably does.
Iris, I suppose you're hoping to talk about the manuscript, aren't you? What are you going to tell me? I'm so sorry. I need a little more time, please.
I am so confused. Like, literally, you can just say, sorry, I found it, accidentally read it. And that's it.
Right, I understand. I hope I haven't made you feel awkward. Oh, no, not at all, Iris. Not at all.
But it wasn't the lock and key at Windybanks. I mean, not all the time. When was it put there? We don't know.
I don't know what all this is about, really, but... It's a story you made up, isn't it? Is it, Iris? This manuscript or whatever you call it. It's not exactly a story that I made up. It's something I read in Daddy's diaries. Daddy's? That's right. I don't suppose I've mentioned it to you before, Ginny, but my daddy was Hurley's assistant once. His partner.
Eh?
They solved all sorts of strange and mysterious cases together. Is that right, mister?
Apparently so. I was as surprised as you are, though. As soon as she finished writing it, according to Iris. Interesting.
And Daddy wrote all the details of every single case down, you see, in his diaries. So I study them and write my stories based on what actually happened. So, where's your old man now then? He had to go away on urgent business to a faraway land, and he'll be gone a very long time.
Yeah, about that.
So, I never really met him.
And you're never gonna. I'm so sorry. Oh, right. Come to think of it. I don't know anything about Gina's parents either. Perhaps we should ask her. Iris, this Hound of the Baskerville story, maybe John mentioned it? And she cannot really go, your dad who was murdered told me? Perhaps? I take it that it's another tale inspired by your father's accounts.
That's right. I thought it was fascinating. But it's different somehow. From the other cases, I mean.
Oh? How?
I don't really know, but it must be special in some way. Because after I'd written it, and I showed the manuscript to Hurley, he turned as white as a sheet. It was the first time I've ever seen him like that.
It pains me to have to say this after you've toiled over it for so long, Iris. But this story must not be published at this time, under any circumstances.
But why not? It's one of my best works.
I'm not at liberty to say. Not now. So please, do not ask me.
Alright then, I won't.
But I do solemnly swear that I will explain everything one day, Iris, when the time is right. And that's how the manuscript came to be with Mr. Winterbank, isn't it?
Yes. Hurley said it had to be somewhere very safe.
That really gets my goat, that does. He's treating you like a child. It's mean, that's what it is. Keeping secrets like that. I'm sure Mr. Sholmes isn't trying to be mean. Hey? If he said he wasn't at liberty to talk about it, I'm sure there must have been a very good reason.
I think so too.
You lot are too trusting for your own good. She is a child? Who is a child? Oh, she is a child. Okay. Okay. Wait, no, actually. But you can't pull the wool over my eyes. Sholmes is lying to Iris. I bet my life on it. What?
Hurley's lying to me.
No, that's so sad. Anyways, Gina, now tell me about your parents. I realized that I don't know anything about your parents, Gina.
I ain't got any, have I? Never did have.
Oh.
Look, the East End's full of orphans like me. No one wants nothing to do with us from the minute we're born. Not even our mums.
We all stick together.
The older ones look after the little ones and make sure they get by.
So that's why you're a pickpocket.
Nah, having's my life. I love it. I get a kick out of it every time I lift some pompous idiot's purse. And that's how we all afford to eat. I'm not grubby nut, ain't I? That's how I see it.
Oh, Gina.
I do think about it sometimes. What it'd be like to have a parent, I mean. I always thought it'd make everything right. But having listened to what Iris just said, it sounds like having parents ain't always easy either. Oh. I mean, if you know you never had them, you don't feel like you're always wanting to meet them. It's true. I do want to see Daddy so much. Oh, Iris.
Gina, what did you mean when you said that you know Mr. Sholmes is lying to Iris?
Well, he reckons he popped that manuscript or whatever, right? But come on, that's obviously a load of rubbish. Oh my, why would you think that, Gina? It's simple. If that story was really in old Windybank's storeroom, there's no way someone from halfway around the world, in other words, you, could know about it.
No, Iris, I hope you bring a shovel and are prepared to dig to see him. No, that's so sad.
Sorry, Iris, but if you ask me, he sold it. Without telling you. But Hurley would never do something like that. I'm sure of it. Ha! Grown-ups do a lot worse than that, believe me. Barefaced liars, a lot of them. You just ain't really realized it yet. I'm telling you, that manuscript ain't at Windybank's. You'd soon see if you had a look. Even if you think you can trust him, I don't. That Sholmes is a liar like the rest of them. If I'm honest, I have wondered if Hurley is telling me the truth sometimes. See? Oh, but I don't mean that I think he sold it. I mean that I sometimes wonder if he might have hidden my manuscript somewhere. Somewhere I don't know. Even though it's wrong of me to doubt him.
Don't be too hard on yourself, Iris. Maybe, Gina, you have not realized that Herlock is a literal child in an adult body. Yeah. Whew.
Oh my goodness, look at the time. Come along, Ginny. We should go back downstairs.
Yeah, alright.
And please, don't mention any of this to Hurley, will you?
No, of course not. Good night then, Iris. Good night, Gina.
You must let me make some breakfast for you tomorrow morning. I insist. Oh, yes, please. I can't wait, Susie. Good night then.
Iris, it sure is easy to forget, isn't it? Sometimes she speaks just like an adult. But deep down, she's still just a child.
Well, I think it's time that I turned in for the night too, Naruhodo-san.
Dr. John H. Wilson, Iris's father. But also, the name of the murdered visiting professor at Yume University. It can't be a mere coincidence. There's something deeper going on. I swear if this was the fucking chapter, I'm gonna be upset. Mr. Naruhodo. Mr. Naruhodo? That voice. That's Mr. Sholmes, I figured. What's going on? It's the middle of the night. It's Miss Lestrade. She's gone. Gina. She was supposed to be sleeping in Iris's room, but her bed is empty. Well, she's an independent young woman. She probably decided to go home, no? I think not. From speaking to her before she retired, I received a distinct impression that she was looking forward to breakfasting with Miss Susato. No, I don't believe the girl has gone home.
but I've been waiting for over an hour now.
Over an hour? Oh.
If you'll indulge me, look out of the window, my dear fellow.
What's this about? Did her like check up on Iris like a good dad? Wait a minute. Why is there a light on at this time of night? Didn't you look out the window? How are you able to see? Isn't it just like right next door? Or
that's Mr. Windybank's pawnbrokery.
Mr. Windybank's. Oh no. Oh no, did Jaina really go there to check on the manuscripts? Please, I hope not. Well, probably that's what she did, but I hope that nothing more happened there. Hey! Yeah, we just went through this. We don't need to see it again. Could Gina have gone?
It seems you have some knowledge of the situation, Mr. Naruhodo.
Sorry? Oh, no. No, not really.
Well, anyway, we must investigate. At once. At once.
Mr. Soto. Why do I have a feeling that we will now see what the case is gonna be and that Gina is going to be part of it? Yeah, I know. You know what? I'm thinking the same thing. The door to Windybanks. It's open.
And the lamp is burning.
It must be Gina, mustn't it?
Let us hope it's nothing more sinister.
What?
Come, there's not a moment to lose. Clearly something is afoot inside.
Ah, the calendar's looking a bit different. There's no one here.
Oh, yes, there is.
Mr. Sholmes! Mr. Sholmes! What the? Has Sholmes been shot?
Leave me, Mr. Naruhodo.
But
after them, go!
Right. See, like it's right next door. Did they go outside, like, at first? Or... No, they didn't. How were they able to see Windybanks from the house? There is no fucking way. Who the frick frack shot Sholmes? Blast. I've lost them.
Hello, hello. What have we here?
Yeah, that was just raised from his pawnbroker, sir. Would you know something about that? Officer, come with me. It's my friend, Mr. Sholmes. He's been shot. Shot? With a policeman close behind me, I ran back into Windybanks.
Mr. Sholmes!
Mr. Narado.
Sholmes?
Never mind me, but there's much at stake. Behind that door. In the storeroom. Hurry! It's Gina!
Windybanks! And Gina. Was the audio okay for that, by the way? Ooh, to be continued. Cool. Ah, fuck, I knew it. Yeah, the audio's great. Cool. I wanna try another. You're right, Mr. Naruto. After them, go! Oh, okay, that's... That was when he got shot. Behind the door, in the storeroom. Hurry! It's Gina. Previously on Ace Attorney. On the great Ace Attorney. From that moment, Windy Bank's pawnbrokery became a crime scene. In case you skipped the cinematic. No, in case you haven't played it in a few days. Everything that followed happened in a whirlwind of activity. The arrival of the police, the preliminary investigation of the scene, and the questioning. It was just before dawn before I was allowed back to my lodgings at 21B. Oh, Iris!
A telegram came, but all it said was wait at home.
Oh, yes, we asked one of the policemen to have it sent. We continue for a bit? Yeah. I think so.
When I woke up, I was all alone. Hurley and Ginny were gone. Everyone was gone. What happened, Bruno?
Poor Iris. She's trembling. She's obviously trying very hard not to let herself get too worried. I'll explain everything that I know.
Something awful has happened, hasn't it?
Yes, I'm afraid so. I just need to take the doggy up and I'll be back in 5 minutes. Okay, cool. No worries, you do that. I'm sorry to have to tell you this, Iris, but Mr. Windybank is dead. He was shot. We discovered it in the early hours of the morning.
Oh, yes. I had a feeling.
You did?
I saw all of those police carriages pulling up outside his shop, so I knew something must have happened there.
When we entered Windybanks in the small hours, we disturbed a gang of 2 thugs. They ran out into the street and I chased after them, but they got away.
So it was one of them who shot old Mr. Windybank, I suppose.
I don't know, but that's not what the police believe at the moment.
Oh, why not?
They've arrested someone else as their prime suspect, you see. Gina.
Ginny? But why?
Well, the thing is...
No, Ginny wouldn't do something like that.
I know. None of us think she did it.
Then why have they arrested her?
I'm sorry, there was nothing I could do. No, I want to go in order here.
So where's Hurley then? Is he still there investigating the scene? He really ought to have some breakfast. It's not good for him to miss meals.
I don't want you to worry, Iris, but I have some news about Mr. Sholmes. He was taken to hospital this morning.
What?
Well, when we entered Windybanks, a gun was fired and he took a bullet.
Hurley was shot? No.
It's alright. His life isn't in danger.
Really? Are you sure? Where is he? Which hospital?
He's at St. Sinner's. They're tending to him there.
I must see him at once.
I'm sorry, Iris, but you can't.
Why not? That's not fair. I'm a family member. I should be allowed.
No, I mean, nobody can see him at the moment. He's not allowed any visitors. They're preparing to operate, you see.
To operate? Oh, poor Hurley.
It was the 2 thugs who were in Mr. Windybank's shop. They shot Mr. Sholmes when we disturbed them, you see. It was pitch black inside the shop at the time. My mind went totally blank, I'm afraid. I just froze. After them! Go! After that, I ran out into the street, but... well, they were long gone. I shouldn't have hesitated. I'm so sorry. It's my fault. I let them get away.
I think that's a very good thing.
Sorry?
Well, if you'd seen which way they went and chased after them, you might have been shot as well, Bruno. On top of everything else, I couldn't bear that.
Oh, Iris.
Where's Susie, Bruno?
She's still at the police station.
Oh, why?
I expect she's still being questioned. The police said they wouldn't be finished for a while.
Why aren't you there then?
Well, I didn't get a good look at the criminals anyway, so they weren't questioning me for long. And Miss Susato stayed behind at the scene to tend to Mr. Sholmes, so they didn't get started until later.
I see.
Besides, one of us had to come back to be with Iris. I'm glad Inspector Gregson agreed to me leaving early.
You should have let me know, and I would have come to the station.
Yeah, sorry, I probably should have just sent you a text or something. Maybe you forgot.
I don't understand why they arrested Ginny. It's not fair. What about the two thugs that were at the scene? Why aren't they the prime suspects? After all, they shot Hurley dead, didn't they?
No, I mean, Mr. Sholmes isn't dead, Iris.
This is so horrible. The
thing is, Mr. Winterbank was found on the floor in the storeroom where he keeps all the deposited articles. And the storeroom door was locked from the inside.
I see.
But he wasn't alone in there. Gina was found next to him on the floor as well.
Oh no!
And according to the detectives who investigated afterwards.
Don't tell me there was no one else in the room.
Yes, exactly. How did you know?
It's the only explanation.
Yes, the only explanation indeed.
What do you mean by that, Bruno? Well?
What can I say? I'm damned if I agree, damned if I don't. I'm afraid I'll need to go out again now, Iris. There's not much I can do at the moment. But I can at least try to find out how Mr. Sholmes and Gina are getting on.
I want to go too. Take me with you, Bruno. I can't stand just sitting around here waiting.
I'm not sure how I feel about taking a 10-year-old child to the scene of a murder. But I don't want to leave her alone here, all alone either. Alright then, Iris. Perhaps you can help me.
Oh yes, I'd love to.
Gina's at the prison. Mr. Sholmes is probably in his hospital bed.
And don't forget we have to visit the crime scene. We need to conduct a thorough investigation.
I see you're ready for action. I imagine Iris would appreciate going to the hospital sooner rather than later. Let's go see Herlock then, I guess.
Hurley! Oh. He's not here.
No, that's strange. The nurse definitely said he was in the bed by the window, didn't she?
Oh, I know what's probably happened. Hurley was being a big baby, and the bullet wound wasn't that bad after all, so he's been sent home.
I'm not so sure about that. Maybe or not. There's no question that it was a fairly serious injury that Mr. Sholmes suffered.
Oh.
Hello, hello? What are we here? This water is off limits, no visiting. So what are you doing here, eh?
Well, I'll have you know, we're Hurley's next of kin.
Eh? Oh. I'm begging your pardon then, ma'am, sir. A little lady and a curious decent gentleman. A great mystery solver as a mysterious family, eh? If that's how you see us, I'm sure.
Where is the constable? Where's Hurley?
I believe he's currently in the operating theater, ma'am. Undergoing an extensive operation.
Extensive?
It's been several hours since he went in.
Oh dear, is he going to be alright?
Well, it doesn't appear to be working, you see. The anesthetic, that is.
Oh,
I have heard a report that the gentleman claims he may have had a little too much to drink last night. Coffee, that is. Anyway, I think it would be fair to assume that he won't be back here for several hours yet. I see. Thank you, Constable. Perhaps we should leave and come back later.
oh poor Hurley.
Hello, Gina. They let her keep that with her? Okay, sure.
Oh, you still have the grenade launcher Hurley and I made.
I wish she wouldn't point it at me all the time, though. What are you here for?
Ginny,
I have a feeling it's because of us that you've ended up in trouble. So we were thinking that we might be able to help you. Well, you come. Sorry? You heard.
get lost. Don't be like that, Ginny. I know you didn't do it. You'd never shoot someone, I just know you wouldn't.
You think you know me? Fool the other one.
Oh,
You ain't got the first idea about the likes of me.
I'm a thief.
I pinch people's purses when they're walking down the street. That's how I get by.
And if I saw me chance, I'd sneak into a pawn shop any day of the week.
Just to see what I could lay my hands on, get it? That's the kind of person I am.
But Ginny...
I'll be in court tomorrow, they said. Some cove came by before and said he'd be a lawyer for me or the like. Say it was my right or something. But I told him to get stuffed. I don't need no lawyer. I don't need no one. She couldn't be staring at me anymore, obviously, if she tried.
Why are you being like this, Ginny?
I don't understand, Gina. Why did you send the public defender away? You wanted me to sign some papers. Representation papers or something like that. It's all going to be rigged anyway, the whole trial. They're pinning on me because I'm a kid. That's what grown-ups always do.
Why do you think that?
Because that has always been for me growing up in the black slums, my whole life. If you do what the grown-ups tell you, it'll get your mates dragged off by a coppers, or worse. I've had it happen to me before and all. Been sold out and nearly snaffled on the back of it. You can't trust no one, that's the point. As soon as you do, you're gone to grass. Dead. Gina, listen. If you like, in tomorrow's trial, I could forget it.
Ginny! Don't you trust Bruno?
Nah, I don't. Look, I'll ask you nicely now. Just leave me alone. Will you tell us what happened, Gina? Last night at the pawnbrokers? There's nothing to tell.
Figured it'd pay me, so I broke into the place. And started going through the storeroom. But the old bloke walked in on me, and you know the rest. But why, Jenny? Why did you do that? I mean, obvious. The place is full of stuff that I could sell for a shilling or two. Diving ain't easy, you know. It's a lot of work, and half the time you don't even get nothing. Is that really why you broke into the place? What? Are you sure the true reason wasn't something else? Oh, give it a rest. What'd be the point anyway, eh? Nothing I could say would make a blind bit of difference. Please tell us, Ginny. We believe you, whatever it is. Believe me? Don't be daft. You can't believe nothing. Everyone lies all the time. You know what? When it comes to liars, I'm the biggest of the lot. I've told some unforgivable lies, I have. What do you mean by that? What? Unforgivable lies? Tell me about your unforgivable lies. What did you mean before, Dina, when you said you were the biggest liar of the lot? Why don't you tell us what these unforgivable lies you've told are? Maybe we can help. Sorry. We're out of time. They're gonna want to question me now. Jenny, please. Oh, yeah. I wanted to give you this. Something to remember me by. There's a cat. A photographic print of a really adorable cat. You know it, Naruto. I found it in one of the pockets of this coat. Ain't no point in me having it. I wonder what a little photograph like that was doing in a pocket of that overcoat. Anyway, don't bother coming again. Bye. Oh, Jenny. This is where it happened then. Last night. That's right. The two thugs I told you about were obviously ransacking the place looking for valuables. But apart from the policeman in here, you wouldn't know anything had happened. There's no sign of a disturbance. No, you're right about that, actually. In fact, if anyone, it's the police seem to be the ones doing the ransacking. I know what you mean. They're like a gang of organized criminals all dressed in black. Oi, I heard that. Oh, Inspector. Good morning. I suppose I ought to thank you for your vigilance last night. I got to the scene before it was disturbed at least. Shame you let the two rogues get away, mind. Yes, I'm sorry about that. I thought you'd assign extra men to the beat around here, Gregsy. Now look what's happened. Hurley's been injured because there weren't enough police on duty. Ah. Your ladyship. No one told me you were coming. I expect you take full responsibility for what happened to Hurley and see that he has the very best medical care. Of course, your ladyship. The very best doctors in the capital attending to him as you speak. And I don't think it's Bruno's fault that the rogues managed to get away, is it? Chasing criminals is the police's job. Welcome back. Absolutely, your ladyship. As you say, ma'am, as you say.
Jen Black is totally blameless. Everyone's in agreement about that. Would you believe it? He's like a completely different person with Iris. Talk about a personality change. Oh, where are me manners? Are you thirsty, your ladyship? How is Sholmes? He is being operated on. Perhaps you'd like some juice, some nice refreshing fruit juice.
Oh, why? Are you thirsty, Grexy? I have some of my special herbal tea with me, if you'd like some.
Ah, lovely. Ta very much. That really hit the spot, your ladyship. I don't even recognize him like this. Craig sees weird AF when Iris is around. Yeah, no shit. Oh my god, you know what? I might actually have to quick and call it here. I just got really fucking tired. Okay, let's just save. Yes. Okay. Okay, there we go. At least I'm glad it works now. My audio still isn't choppy, by the way. I'm just checking because it really sounded so bad last time. It was fun and unexpected. Still not choppy. Okay, cool. Good. I think it was just like something that like happened when I like transferred all of my scenes over from Streamlabs. Oh. Anyways, I'm so glad it's audio settings in general are wonky. True. But I think it was something I read something about it. Like someone else had like troubles with their filters not working properly when they transferred over. So yeah, I fucking decked up my OBS now. Regular OBS, by the way. So yeah, with that I'm gonna end it here, and next stream should be on Tuesday, perhaps. The good OBS, the not evil OBS. Not the OBS, that's not even OBS. Despite it being in their name. But yeah. You can tell I'm kind of tired because I can't find words. But yeah, at least we got like one more part of this episode done. I'm glad. Very, very happy. No, thank you. You too. You too. Also, after the last stream, I've started getting some more like copyright claims when I upload it to YouTube. It's just like, yes, finally, they're getting on it. Because in a way, I'm kind of helping them, right? Yeah, next stream, Tuesday. Hope to see you then. With that, I'm gonna leave. Good night. Bye bye. Have a good night. Bye.